Hey Libra, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your November 2023 Love and Family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Libra in your chart, or if you are interested in a Libra. And right away here, I'm getting the name Denise, or it could be Dennis as well. So please take that as it resonates. Now, I'm getting Libra that a lot of you have gone through a lot in Libra season. So whenever you're watching this video here, you may have gone through a lot of shifts in October that led you to exactly where you're meant to be here in November. So I do feel like there could be some big turn of events is kind of what I'm getting here for you Librans, where something that may have been a little bit slow to come to fruition, or some big changes that have needed to happen, because you do have the separation card showing up here. You have past life and what you don't see coming, and your advice from spirit here is you do have the passion card. So this is about allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy. And for some of you, the only way to do this is to gain a new perspective when it comes to those you love. And this can be about separating your energy, separating your, attachments. It is about coming to a point in your relationships where you are setting healthy boundaries for yourself. Because I feel for some of you Librans, someone has been encroaching into your personal space. Someone has been affecting your mood, your energy, your life. Your quality of life is what I'm getting here. And this could be a child, it could be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, partner, a spouse. But I feel like there is a little bit of time apart where you take from this person, and it's going to give you a new perspective. And it doesn't mean that there's going to be a divorce or a full-on separation, but maybe you do take a little bit of space. Someone goes and stays with a friend, or, with a family member. There could be someone that travels, does a little bit of a solo trip. So I feel like that's the case here. And if this is a child may stay with, an extended family member, or there's just a little bit of space here needed for you to regain your sense of balance and really integrate what you've learned during your season. You do have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So your friends are here to help you, your guides, your spiritual guides, your family, your friends, your loved ones. I do sense that there is either a coach, a healer, a mentor, a therapist. There's also someone who is able to listen with discernment, but they're not taking sides. So I'm getting here a sense of neutrality. And even though at times when you do talk to people who are on your side, they may have a little bit of a biased opinion. But I feel like this person or these people or this group that you are connecting with or talking to, they're very, could be a Libra as well, but they're very balanced and neutral, allowing you to see all sides of the spectrum instead of just pointing a finger and saying, so-and-so is a bad person because they did this. They're able to kind of reflect, and you're the same way, but sometimes when you're emotionally attached to a situation, you have a hard time seeing that higher perspective. And that's why we have this separation here, where it's important to separate your energy from someone else's this month, because some of you have lost a little bit of passion. You've lost that drive. You've lost that lust for life. For some of you, you may have been in a relationship for quite some time. There could be some drastic turns in the month of November. Now, depending on when you're watching this, we have that partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus on the 28th of October, and that is all about a finalization. It is about taking something all the way and sticking to a decision or a choice that you make, instead of wavering and maybe tottering on some indecision here. There's no more indecision. You're taking it all the way is what I'm getting here for you. Now, Libra, you also have past life relationship. If you are in a partnership, you have known this person before. This could be a karmic relationship as well. A relationship that's come in to teach you a lot about yourself, right? A lot about yourself, because we learn through the relationships that we are involved in, whether romantic, whether, familia, friendships. And so I definitely sense here that some of you are dealing with a karmic partner, and karma, basically, it is someone that you've dealt with before. So some of you may even have someone from your past or someone else's past come into the present energy in the month of November that causes a little bit of inconvenience, or it makes things a little bit uncomfortable. So it could be maybe a brother that you haven't seen for 15 years comes back into the mix and says, hey, can I stay with you? Well, it's not ideal, but so I feel like there's a situation here where, whether it's a family member, it could be someone's ex, comes back in. I feel like there's a little bit of that happening here. And it brings about a sense, again, of uncomfortability, but you're going to be able to tackle it because you're equipped. You've been through this before, Libra. And for others of you, you're being guided to stay optimistic about your love life at this time. Your positive thinking, your faith. If you are single, there's an opportunity here for passion, for romance, but stay in that upbeat, that happy energy instead of feeling like you are separated from everyone else and that you're never going to meet anyone, because this can be taking a look at your thoughts, your beliefs, and the overall emotions and energy that runs through you on a daily basis. A lot of you are reassessing, how do you feel, right? Instead of letting that analytical mind at times, Libra, jumble up your life, you may be saying, does this make me happy? Is this where I want to be? Am I feeling the best that I possibly can? And I feel like you're making some decisions in your own life, within your own self, that may look different on the outside world. And you may find that friends and relationships that at one time made you quite happy, they may be shifting. So let's take a look at the overall energy coming in here for you, Libra, in the month of November. We do have the Eight of Swords. And remember what we just said about thoughts, right? Thoughts and the words that you tell yourself each day. This can be the card of sabotage or feeling imprisoned, feeling stuck in a situation. I feel like this is the month where you get yourself unstuck, right? This is the month where you change your thoughts. As Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And for some of you, you're seeing things quite clearly. You're seeing beyond the illusion of what you thought something, what you wanted it to look like. You're seeing that it may not exactly be what you had thought. And Libra, I feel if people are ridiculing you, or if you have gone through a little bit of a dark night of the soul with a family member or with a lover here, you're coming out of this. You're freeing yourself up here. That's why you have this separation, because you don't want to be encaged in your feelings, in your emotions, in a relationship, in a energy. You don't want to feel imprisoned any longer. So I feel like that's what you are working on, really releasing. But let's take a look at what's crossing your energy and what may hold you back at times. And what I'm hearing here is change itself. Okay, so we may see the death energy showing up in your reading, because I feel that there is a new beginning here, which we have with the Ace of Pentacles, but you may be fearing or resisting some sort of change. Maybe you're saying, well, do I really have what it takes to open myself up and go in this new direction in the physical world? For some of you, you could be staying with someone out of convenience. Okay, maybe you have children together. Maybe it's financial obligations. For some of you, maybe because you have this past life connection, you feel like you owe it to them to stay with them, or because they've helped you through some difficulties. Maybe you feel like you owe it to them to stay with them through difficulties. That's being lifted here. And any sort of thoughts that show up like that, that's the ego. Okay, because your soul isn't going to say you must stay in this imprisonment because you owe it to this person. That's the ego talking. So your challenge here is to allow yourself, Libra, to have this beautiful, bright new beginning that you can tap into and have unlimited growth, unlimited, abundance and success. This is all about a new beginning in the material and spiritual world. But for whatever reason, it feels a little bit blocked. And what is that reason? It's our own illusions that keep us in this state of imprisonment here. So there could be some deep self-sabotaging behaviors that you're working through, Libra. For a lot of you, this is about you regaining a sense of confidence, regaining a sense of security, because I feel a lot of insecurities around having and being offered this new beginning. This is pretty deep here. Let's take a look at what's below you. So if you are in a partnership currently, you may have let someone else's energy, someone else's thoughts bleed into, again, your life in not a very good way at times. Maybe you let someone's sour attitude for life or their negativity or their low vibration impact you. It's so hard to separate yourself from that when you live with them. And that's what you're doing this month. For those of you that are single, and maybe can be a little bit of a depressing time when you celebrate the holiday season, or you want to connect to family and you're seeing everybody else post pictures on social media and you're out and about and you see them talking to people. It can be challenging, but like it says here, you have this passion, you have this connection coming in, and you have friends here that love you and support you. When we open ourselves up to the abundance and the magic all around, right, then it brings more of it into our lives. And that's what I see here for you. And for those of you that are going through a separation, know that this too shall pass, and you are regaining your sense of confidence, because sometimes the Eight of Swords, she can be the least confident within her own decisions. Am I making the right choice? Am I making the right move? And then the analytical mind comes in and starts to tell her a whole plethora of things that are not true. So I feel like the advice for you this month with the stay optimistic about your love life is try to keep that thinking to a positive. Try not to go down worst case scenario or manifest some self-fulfilling prophecies, okay? Because this is in your energy. Ace of Pentacles, even though it's showing up as a block, it's still showing up. So you have the opportunity, Libra, to turn this frown upside down, right? So I feel like you have the opportunity here to take a situation that may be less than ideal and turn it into something quite positive. I have a feeling we're going to see a very abundant outcome. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the Sun. I do feel that here for you. So something takes a turn, maybe even the Wheel of Fortune, but it's for the better. Now, Ace of Swords, what's below you? Important communication, conversation. This is heartfelt, heart-to-heart connection, expressing yourself, expressing who you are. But it's challenging when you are talking to a brick wall at times. If you're trying to express yourself and someone is shutting you down, Libra, or they are letting their defenses come up, or they may be projecting, right? They call that word vomit. So I do feel here in the past that there's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of indecision, and some hurtful words that were exchanged between you and those that are close to you. But you have the ability, you are one of the best communicators. You have the ability to express your words with confidence, with compassion, and with ease. But sometimes, Libra, you can come across as a little blunt because you are all about the truth, even if the truth hurts. And I feel in this situation, someone may have said, oh, Libra, they're pretty cold. They're cold-hearted or relentless or ruthless. It's because you spoke the truth here, Libra. And maybe someone didn't want to hear that. And this could also be you getting honest with yourself, okay? This can be coming up with that action plan, coming up with some sort of truth and, of course, logic, because you are an air sign, so you use your logical, analytical mind. But I feel like it's going to help you out of this pickle, whatever this pickle is for you. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the recent past. What's going on in the recent past here for Libra, please? This is pretty deep, Libra. It's going to be a big month for you. All right. How would you like, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. So in the recent past, we have the Hierophant, high-level commitment. This is your morals, your beliefs. This can be wedding or being tied or tethered or connected to someone. This is also about you taking a look at your integrity and your beliefs and your morals. Are they aligned? And the reason why some of you are going through this mental imprisonment is because something within your belief system has been shaken to the core. For example, maybe you've said, I will never, ever, ever date someone who, fill in the blank, right? Drinks, smokes, cheats, any of those things that may be a complete no when it comes to your moral system of things you don't want. And perhaps there's been someone who has done something that went against that moral system, and there's a lot of back and forth here. Now, for others of you, if this doesn't involve a person, this is about you wanting a high level of commitment, but feeling like it's just not happening. It's not out there. You're going to be single and forever and grow old alone, and it's going to be awful, right? Let's not catastrophize, because that's not the case here. When the Hierophant shows up, you don't want to compromise your integrity, but you also don't want to throw something away completely if there's soul lessons and there's growth. And Libra, you are very intuitive. You get things on a deeper level than most. You're able to express yourself. You're able to tune into the energy of others, including yourself. And you may see that some of those beliefs that you had a long time ago, that you're shifting, that you are working with, instead of just curbing something or cutting it to the curb, or, not allowing change to occur. You're looking at your beliefs and you're saying, what do I need to upgrade? What do I need to look at that needs a reboot? So you're definitely looking at a lot of your own beliefs, even around your thoughts about the future, right? Maybe you've always wanted to move to a place that was in the country, and maybe your partner is a city person, right? Maybe you've wanted children, and maybe you've never wanted children, but now you're thinking about them and your partner is not on board, right? Or perhaps you always were in a specific area and you thought that you'd be in that area forever, but things have changed, and it's okay for you to change your mind. It's okay for you to change your belief system and upgrade to where you are at now. So many times we think that we have to stay in a belief or in an energy because we've been acclimated to it for so long. And we forget that we have the freedom, the willpower, and sometimes our destiny wants us to go in a direction that may feel like it's off the beaten path, but it's actually beautifully and divinely directed towards exactly where you're supposed to be. What's coming in? What's above you here? We have the Emperor. Some big moves here. And for some of you, because you see the chess game behind the Emperor here, actually he's standing on it. This is about you making some very big moves in your life. You've been thinking about this. This isn't something rash, right? Libra, you're not a rash, impulsive type of person. You think things through. You decide all factors, right? You look at the opposing side and you say, well, what moves could they possibly make? What moves can I make? What's going to work best for us all? Right? You try to find that balance, where a lot of people, they don't even consider this one side. It's all about them, right? That's not you, Libra. So whatever decisions you are making, whatever's coming in here, it is for your highest good. And you've seen it from all different points of view. And now you're able to make that decision and follow it with action, because you're the Empress. It's about receptivity and nurturing and growth, and you have that piece intact. Now you're backing it up with the action. So balancing that feminine and masculine within you. So for some of you, this could be healing from a father dynamic. Some of you have lost a father, okay? Lost them in the physical, right? Lost them maybe emotionally. They could have been emotionally absent. Some of you grew up without a father. For others of you, this could be someone in your life. Could be a authority figure, or it could be someone that you are now learning to question. Okay, if this is a partner, a husband, you're learning to question and say, is this relationship aligned with some new beliefs, some new morals that I have, some new boundaries, some new goals, some new life, life ideals that I want for myself? Are we still on the same page? Can we compromise? Can we agree to disagree? And because the Emperor is showing up in reverse here, I feel like if this is someone else around you may be on a little bit of a power kick, right? Or someone may have an inflated, altered ego, or not so much inflated, we'll say altered ego. And the reason why it's inflated is because really they don't have the confidence at times to make that decision. And this could even be parts of yourself at times. Maybe you want to make some big moves, but you don't feel confident to do so. Okay, so please take that as it resonates. What's showing up in the near future here, Libra? The Queen of Cups, beautiful. The Queen of Cups, this is someone around you. This is the archetype of what you are embracing. I feel like this is all about emotional maturity. You've learned a lot. You've grown. And that's why you're taking a look at your beliefs and your morals, because as you emotionally evolve as a human, your soul evolves as well. And I feel for a lot of you, you've had to go through some sort of a challenging time in matters of the heart. I mean, you are the sign that, Venus rules your sign, which is all about love, all about relationships. So you learn a lot from, others. You learn a lot about yourself, and you had to go through some difficulties here to learn a lot about you, Libra. And when this Queen of Cups shows up, she gives great advice. She gives great hugs. She is a supporter, a nurturer. And for some of you, you may have attracted or called in people who they may even suffer from some mother wounds, right? They may be a mama's boy, okay? For some, please take it as it resonates. For others, they may have had a very up and down relationship with their mom. They may have a love-hate relationship. And for others, you have attracted them because they, in a sense, needed extra love, extra healing, extra encouragement, and you were able to offer that. But it may have depleted you somewhere along the line, along the road. When this Queen of Cups shows up, she's a healer. She's very loving. She could be in a caring profession, a nurse, a shaman, a healer, a tarot reader. She's, again, very intuitive, very in touch with her emotions, but she's also in touch with the emotions around her. And that may be why some of you, if you're dealing with someone, you feel their pain as well, or you feel like you're stuck, or you owe it to them to help heal or to help fix. And Libra, one thing that we always have to remember is it is not our responsibility to heal or fix anyone. It is our own responsibility to take that accountability into our own hands and fix and heal what we need to. As I always say, you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't make it drink. And for some of you, this Queen of Cups is feeling a lot better where she's at. She's in control of, her own emotional wisdom. She's able to share with others what she's learned, what she's accumulated over time. She's able to feel good about that place that she's at. So even though you start off with the Eight of Swords here, you find yourself in a pickle, you are emotionally mature enough to be able to deal with a situation. Maybe this is a family member. Maybe it's a mother. Could be a sister. Someone may have, blocked your energy in a sense, or it felt that way, but you're going to get yourself out of it, and you're going to actually come to a place of making decisions that are, yes, heart-based, heartfelt, but you're not going to let that emotion overrule you. And Libra, you're really good at not letting your emotion overrule you. Some of you have strong Scorpio placements in your chart. And for those of you that do have strong Scorpio placements, you may find that your emotions, you do ride that roller coaster at times. You feel deeply, you feel intently, but I feel like you're doing what's best for you here. Whatever that may mean, separating your space to get a clear, healthy, discernment of what you need to do. This could be forgiveness, healing, connecting with friends. This is you working on you, but let's take a look at how you're feeling. How are you doing? I mean, some of you, this does have to do with someone very helping and very nurturing, or helpful and nurturing in your life. Let's see here. Could even be your own mother. All right. What do we have here for Libra, please? A lot of cards are wanting to come out. Queen of Swords, there you are showing up in your own energy. So some of you, wow, this is powerful. I mean, like we said earlier, the Queen of Swords is all about truth, right? Don't lie to me, I'll cut you. No, but really, she's all about the truth here. And if you challenge her truth, right? If you challenge her integrity, you don't want to mess with her, right? So I feel like there is a situation where someone may have wronged you. I mean, someone may have said something about you, or it just wasn't true, but I feel like you're handling it from an emotionally mature perspective than maybe anger. Okay, because sometimes the Queen of Swords, and she does show up in reverse here. So you're very, very intelligent. You're very wise. You have the wisdom. You have the intuition to cut through any BS. But sometimes when she does show up in her lower vibration, she can have a sharp tongue. She can come across as cold, emotionless. But again, it's because you want the truth here, Libra. So just be mindful of how you interact with others. Be mindful of how you come across, because words can cut. Words can cut. You know that old saying, sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt you? That is definitely not the truth, because words can definitely leave a powerful impact. A lot of you remember words that were said, or words of conversation. And also our, the way we speak to ourselves through our words and our thoughts, that can become our reality. So again, keep the way you express yourself in more of a compassionate, loving way, which I see you doing here with the Queen of Cups. And some of you may be working with your friends or with helpful people to allow you to not become bitter or cold or ruthless here. Now, let's take a look at what's going on in your environment. What do we have going on for Libra when it comes to matters of the heart, relationships, love, family, soulmates? What do we have for Libra? Okay, Five of Swords, yeah. Five of Swords is showing up here because there's a lot of nitpicking, a lot of back and forth, a lot of arguing. Why? Because look at these two children. They're hiding here. They have their knees tucked up, protecting their heart chakra. It's like you're fighting with a child. You and your partner may be suffering from some inner childhood wounding, and you're projecting and pointing fingers. This is what you want to release yourself from. Because when we get into that energy of win at all costs, what's really happening is that wounded inner girl or inner boy isn't feeling seen. They're not feeling heard. They don't feel loved. And they tend to project that hurt onto each other. And I feel here that whoever this may be in your life, Libra, whether this is a spouse, it could be your own children, it could be a significant other, a partner, whoever, someone close to your heart, when you are coming from that place of a wound, it's never going to get resolved, right? And that's why we need to step into this Queen of Cups energy, heal, embrace that emotional maturity, and speak with words of kindness and ask, what would love do? Because right now here, they're both just wounded. And when you come from this place, one thing that you can do is you can imagine looking at whoever it is that is pointing a finger, whoever is saying difficult things or constantly trying to argue or one-up you. I want you to look at them as you would maybe a wounded 6-year-old or 7-year-old, because some of you have had some deep things happen in your childhood, and this person has too. And you both want the same thing, but it's showing up in a very negative way here. So wow, this is a powerful time. So Five of Swords, I feel like you're choosing to disconnect or separate from that energy. And you're choosing here to evolve and to grow and to be maybe the, I don't want to say the better person, but the more maybe mature person, and walk away from a situation. If arguments get heated, if there are temper tantrums that are thrown, it's best to give yourself a little bit of that time out, Libra, and that's what the separation could be about. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears. What are your hopes and fears? November 2023. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. You want to heal, right? You want to rejuvenate. You want to allow yourself to come out of that Three of Swords, which comes prior to the Four. You want to focus on your own self, right? Look at her. She's on that inner tube that's in the shape of a heart, and it's a yellow one as well. And yellow represents the solar plexus. That's about gaining the confidence that we need to be able to rest and retreat, to heal, to focus on self-love and renewal, to take a break, catch your breath, and regroup, because some of you are obsessing about a situation or a person or some hurtful things that were said or the past, and it's keeping you imprisoned with that Eight of Swords. And look at this, you have the 4 and the 8, both very solid, very strong, structured numbers. So on a deep soul level, Libra, you are very solid, you're very structured. So if something is rocking your boat, right, rocking or tipping those scales, it's to really teach you some very powerful lessons about your own self-love and your own self-healing, what you will and will not put up with, boundaries, but also how far are you willing to take something here. So when the Four of Swords shows up as your hopes and fears, I mean, you don't want to obsess about a situation any longer. You just want to move forward. You want to jump past that Five of Swords, which we see ourselves in. So it's not really a jump past, but you've been doing it for so long, it almost comes second nature at times. I mean, the Five of Swords, if this isn't another person, this could be you, your masculine and your feminine kind of fighting for dominance here in a way, right? I should do this, I shouldn't, I should receive love, but I should put myself out there. So kind of going a little bit back and forth. It's time to just give yourself a little bit of a break. That's what you want here. Let's see the final outcome for Libra, November 2023. What's the final outcome here for Libra, please? Libra. They're giving me a CH name. CH, Charlene or Charmaine. Someone around you may have a strong CH. The World. Beautiful. I like this showing up as your outcome. Some of you are completing a very powerful cycle in your world. This is about an ending, and I feel like it's going to be a happy ending for a lot of you. Even if it doesn't feel like it, remember, you're built on a solid foundation. You are making choices here that are rational, but yet heart-based, and you've evolved, you've grown, you've matured. We're constantly evolving, growing, and maturing. So the fact that you have the World here, you're wrapping up this cycle. You're gaining the necessary closure that you need. There's a sense of maybe, again, completion or victory, that you've accomplished something that's been quite difficult for you in matters of the heart. For some of you, you could connect with someone at a distance. Maybe this is world. Some of you could be traveling across the world, across the globe. But when this World shows up here, I feel like the world is your oyster, right? You hold the world in your fingertips here. The world is your oyster is what I'm hearing. And you have your whole life in front of you here. I don't care if you're 33 or you're 93. Right? You are breathing and you are living and you are walking on this planet Earth. The world is your oyster. What are you going to do with it, Libra? Let's take a look and clarify. We're going to clarify the World card showing up for you. There's the Ten of Pentacles. There's the Lovers. Oh my gosh, you can't make this up. There's the Ace of Cups. I mean, who doesn't want this? This is everything that we said here. Out of some sort of difficulty here, you're going to end or close or complete a cycle, and it's going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles. This is leaving a legacy. This is that happily, ever after type of energy. But even in the fairy tales, there's still, monsters. There's still a challenge. There's still obstacles, but you've completed a big one here. You're closing down something that's been difficult. in order for you to receive what it is you truly seek and desire, it's coming up here. You've graduated in a sense. Now you have the Lovers energy showing up here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. All right. The Lovers is about, yes, making choices from the head and the heart that are more balanced. Now you do have the Lovers in reverse. So some of you could be separating from someone here, separating your energy, your relationship. It could be setting healthier boundaries. Please take it as it resonates for you. We also have the Page of Swords showing up here. So starting again, right? I thought you already had the Page of Swords. No, but you do have the Ace. I mean, this is your energy. You are a researcher. You're inquisitive. You're actually quite brilliant here, Libra. There's nothing that you cannot do if you research it out, if you put your mind to it. You've got what it takes here. You have the Queen of Cups showing up again here for you. So really in your zone, you're receiving a lot of information at this time. Trust it. It's leading directly to the Ace of Cups, a beautiful beginning that's leading directly to that 10. And even though it's the 10 of Pentacles, I like to see it because this was what was showing up in the very beginning of your reading here. So the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups is leading to having that fulfilling life of being able to spend time with those that you love, right? You see there's a family dog, there's children in the background, could be grandchildren, your own children. This can be family vacations and just living and leading and building a legacy. And for some of you, you're breaking some ancestral or some habits or patterns that have come from bloodlines before you, right? All a part of the same bloodline, but before you, generational. And you're leaving that behind. You could be separating from that energy as well. Some of you, it was a karmic cycle that you chose to endure in this lifetime, so you could separate and break away from that energy, causing a lot of family dysfunction. Wow. Deep reading here, Libra. If you guys are resonating with this, please hit that thumbs up button. Drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. Last but not least, let's get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Libra in the month of November, please? What do we have for Libra? November 2023. Okay. You have two cards showing up here. There's one that's face up. I can't see either one of them here, but one that's face up and one that's face down. So to me, this is a conglomerate energy of kind of coming together here. Oh gosh, you have your card. To be fair, right? To be fair, there's the scales. This is all about you. Some of you may be 38 years old and you have truth be told. I mean, holy cow, you can't make that up. Truth and to be fair are both your cards. Card 14, some of you may be born on the 14th, or that could be a significant number. That's also the Temperance card, which is about self-control, compromise, and patience. And then we have the to be fair card. So let's see what the relationship message is for you. So both of these kind of work together. They go hand in hand, Libra. This is all about balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, and the law of cause and effect. And the relationship message is this. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is the one which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. There it is. With the Five of Swords. That's what we said. You just want to be heard, respected, and valued, and you're not the only one here. And then lastly, card 14, Libra. 14. Who's born on the 14th? Some of you may have a 14-year-old daughter or son. Okay, we have here honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, and clarity of communication. And the message, Libra, is this. People tell you who they are very quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experiences up until now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, Libra. Speak your truth and listen. Powerful energy here. Speak your truth and listen. This right here is the key to this completion, right? This is what is going to lead you directly towards that 10 of Pentacles, that Ace of Cups, that Queen of Cups. Listening and being open with that heart chakra instead of two egos battling it out. This is a time to open yourself up and change your world from the inside out. That's why the world is your final outcome. That is what I have for you, Libra. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Libra, for tuning in today. Lots of love.